Union power!
We got the power!
Union power!
We hold the power!
Union power!
At City Hall!
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 Union power!
So, I love the energy. I wish you could all see yourselves. This is a beautiful scene. You should be so proud. We know that for taxi drivers to make the sacrifice, there are night drivers who work till 5 in the morning, had to come out early. There are day drivers who park their car and are paying for that lease and gas money out of pocket just so we can stand up here on the steps of City Hall, the people's steps, to say to the TLC, do not sell us out. On June 20th, vote no!
Vote no!
TLC!
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 Vote no!
And the reason we are on the steps of City Hall is because the 8 TLC commissioners are appointed by the mayor and the city council. Right? There's 9 in total with 1 vacancy right now. So we know the chairman and 3 others are appointed by the mayor. But the rest of the commission is appointed by the city council. Less than 1 year ago, we finally won a raise. It was our first chance of having a livable income in almost 10 long years. We waited 8 years for that raise. And today, it took the garages and the brokers less than 8 months to come back to the TLC and cry poverty and demand that what they gave with one hand, they take away with the other.
No!
Change! Change!
So, we have already delayed the vote in April and May. But this time on June 20th, we know that the TLC is getting ready to vote. And this time we want a final conclusion. No more delays. We don't want to play this game of politics and be toyed around. We want a final vote, and we want that vote to be no.
Yay!
We pay taxes!
It's unacceptable to have 12 new rules, which would mean that whatever we got less than a year ago would now be wiped out. Imagine that the garages who take a lease money every shift from drivers now want to demand that the drivers would have to pay for repairs out of pocket in case of any kind of problem with the car. They control the maintenance. They control the maintenance. It's their repair shop. It's their insurance policy. It's their vehicle. Why should it be our burden?
That's right.
That's not acceptable. We have seen drivers come in with receipts from anywhere from a couple of $100 because when you're parked, at a taxi stand and you're going in for a break and somebody side swipes the mirror, it's not your responsibility. It's not your fault. It's not fair that they would expect the driver to pay for that repair. Just like for bigger repairs, we have seen members come in with receipts of $10,000, $11,000, $15,000 for repairs. It would cost the garages no extra money with their insurance coverage to pay for those damages. But instead of using the insurance coverage, they want to impoverish drivers and keep us down so that we cannot stand up and fight for our rights. And that is unacceptable.
That's right.
Imagine a rule that every 6 months they want the TLC to see how the percentage of passengers that are paying by credit card. And if the percentage of passengers by paying by credit card goes up, they want the lease to go up.
Change! Stop the greed! Stop the greed! Stop the greed! Stop the greed! Stop the greed!
than what you're booking today, but only if the percentage of fares and credit cards is higher. Based on that reason, they want the lease to go up. This is even though the garages pay less than 5% on the credit card processing. In fact, in December, the TLC voted to allow more vendors to come into the business. Some vendors will be charging the garages as low as 2.5%. Why should they be charging the drivers 5%?
Open the books, you crooks! We gotta tell them, open the books, you crooks!
Unacceptable. Imagine a rule where today there is a penalty that if a garage punishes a driver who files a complaint for an overcharge. A lease overcharge is theft. By any rule book in the entire world, theft is a criminal act that's prosecuted in the criminal court. In this industry, they want it to be rewarded. The garages want the fine for retaliation that is now $10,000. They want it to go down to $1,000.
No!
In the 41-year history of the Taxi and Limousine Commission, have they ever lowered a fine against drivers?
No!
And what we have more and more evidence of overcharges still committed by garages, even with the $10,000 penalty. What protection would we have if the penalty was $1,000?
Nothing! Open the books, you crooks!
We need these rules to be voted down. These rules were only passed, they were only proposed because the garages and the brokers felt that they did not get enough of the fare rate. The TLC's own data, the TLC's numbers show that an average garage profits after expenses anywhere from $2 to $9 million a year. 2 to 9. That is not even accounting for the equity or any of their other investments. Yet, they still have the nerve to go to the TLC and try to steal a raise that we finally got after 8 long years. This is absolute greed and it should not be rewarded. The TLC must vote no.
Bunch of crooks!
Vote no!
TLC!
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 Vote no!
Imagine a rule where already, if it's an owner's summons, that means the TLC came up with the fine based on what they think the garage, a corporation, can afford. With the new proposal, the garages want to be able to pass along certain garage fines onto the backs of the drivers.
No.
That means the driver would still be paying the driver's penalty, and on top of that, we would have to pay the owner's penalty.
They gotta open their books! They're a bunch of crooks!
Imagine a rule where if you are a driver and you are working steadily to keep the service 24/7 in the city of New York, where we serve 500,000 people every single day, 15,000 people just from Kennedy alone, 15,000 just from LaGuardia alone. We are at the heart and the center of the economy of New York City. And yet they want a rule that if you, as a driver, give your blood, sweat, and tears to the service of the public of New York, and you work steadily, 6 shifts is not enough for them. They want to force that you must work 7 shifts in order to be charged at the weekly rate.
Shame!
No way!
This is not China. We're supposed to be in America.
Yes!
That means a typical weekly driver would be paying out of pocket $7,000 more in lease money every single year.
No!
Imagine a choice where either you pay $7,000 out of your pocket or you have to work more than 60 to 70 hours a week.
No!
That is not a humane choice.
No!
It is not a human choice. It is not a fair choice, and it is not a choice that we will allow them to put on our backs.
No! Vote no!
Right. TLC!
Vote no!
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 Imagine, the garages and the brokers want a rule that when the TLC is considering a fare increase and at the same time the lease increase, the number one priority they must look at is the right to profits to the garages. That is a proposal, brothers and sisters, in this room.
No!
We will not live in a city that puts profits over people.
That's right!
This industry exists.
Taxi power!
This industry exists because of the hard work of drivers. And we will not let them throw us under the cab.
No!
Imagine a rule where what they want is an automatic review every 6 months to get an increase for themselves.
No!
All of these rules, all of these 12 rules are absolutely unacceptable. And we're here on the steps of City Hall, on the people's steps, to say to the mayor and to say to the city council, they are responsible for the 9 appointments. The TLC commissioners, they don't get voted, they get appointed. But we vote in the people who make those appointments.
That's right.
And we're here to say to the people that we demand that our vote be used for fairness and justice, not to crush the income of hardworking people.
Vote no!
We call on the mayor and the city council to say to the TLC commissioners on June 20th, vote
No! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no! Vote no!
So, brothers and sisters, tomorrow is the stated meeting of the City Council. And rest assured, everybody in there can hear us. That's right, I was in there before we started. And I could hear all of you. They can hear us. And because they can hear us, 33 Beaver Street can hear us. Because they can hear us, all of those commissioners, wherever they are in their law offices throughout the 5 boroughs, we will make sure that they can hear us.
That's right.
TLC! Vote no! TLC! Vote no! TLC! Vote no! TLC! Vote no!
TLC!
Vote no!
TLC!
Vote no!
TLC!
Vote no!
TLC!
Vote no!
TLC!
Vote no!
TLC!
Vote no!
TLC!
Vote no!
TLC!
Vote no!
Okay, so brothers and sisters, on tomorrow we will be back here for the City Council stated meeting. And we're going to walk up to all of the council members and demand an answer for why the commissioners that they appointed are looking to pass a vote to crush the livelihoods of 50,000 working taxi drivers.
That's right.
We're going to look at them in the eyes and demand an answer. Because it's too easy to pass a vote that's going to lead people working people into poverty and then turn your backs and think you never have to face this again. They forget that they also depend on taxis.
That's right.
And they should know that we remember who stands with us and we never forget who stands against us.
That's right.
Okay. So, brothers and sisters, tomorrow, those of you who can make it, we will be out here again. And on Thursday, June 20th at 9 a.m. at 33 Beaver Street, we will be back at the TLC public hearing. But between tomorrow and the 20th, we all have a job to do. Each of you must get at least 10 drivers to make a phone call to their city council member. Everyone agree?
Yes!
Each of you must get the 10 drivers to call the city council member and say to the city council that their appointments, they have 5 appointments on the TLC. Right now, there is no Bronx commissioner, but the other 4 boroughs, Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, and Staten Island, all have a sitting commissioner. We already have 3 of the mayoral commissioners that are supporting us. We need to get the commissioners appointed by the same city council that passed a living wage for other workers in New York City to not crush our right to a living wage.
That's right!
We need to get those council members to call the commissioner that represents their borough and say to that commissioner, vote no. Also, ask your council member to join us on June 20th at the TLC public hearing. We had our day on April to speak publicly, but they cannot deny a council member that walks in and wants to speak on that day.
That's right!
So when we call, we're going to ask our council member to call the borough appointment and tell them to vote no, and we're going to ask our council member to join us on June 20th and make some noise with us and say to the TLC publicly and loudly that they stand with the hard-working taxi drivers of New York City and they will not let the TLC crush our right to a livable wage.
Yes!
TLC!
Vote
TLC!
Vote no!
TLC!
Vote no!
TLC!
Vote no!
Good afternoon. I'm sorry to interrupt you. On behalf of all the taxi drivers, I want to thank Beta V Design and the New York Taxi Workers Alliance. Please give them a big round of applause. They have been doing the most unappreciated job in this city for the longest time. And I had a conversation with TLC Commissioner David Yaski at LaGuardia a few months ago when they were proposing this raise. I told him this is a joke. Because once you pass this raise, the garages are going to take it away from us right away. And he promised me, he said, no, this time around, it's going to be for the drivers. So I want Commissioner Yaski to look at me in the eyes and remember the conversation we had at Marinia Terminal and tell me what he promised me, if he's going to keep it or if he's going to break it.
That's right. That's right.
And brothers,
Keep
remember
your
one
promise.
thing, you have to fight for your rights. The land of liberty and freedom was not handed on a silver platter. It was fought for. We have to fight for our rights.
Yes!
And make sure you register to vote and make your voices be heard. There is a primary coming up. There is elections coming up. Make sure you register and vote.
Yes!
Let us keep fighting. Don't give it up. And to the TLC we say, vote no!
Vote no! Vote no!
TLC!
Vote no!
TLC!
Vote no!
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Folks, we are the hard worker in New York City. We are the best driver in New York City.
Yeah!
Look at the Sandy, look at the Sandy. We was rescue all this Far Rockaway. We was the one doing the job. Where is this? All the bus and everything was going to home, staying their home for the safety. We are the one who was on the street in the Sandy.
Yes!
We just get the fair hike and we get the, it's not a fix yet. Nothing happened, nothing changed. They're just on top of it. They want to do something, take away our money. After 30 years, the change happened, the law, the change is not implemented yet. They want to put new law for the benefit for the garage. From now on until 20th of June, we will call every single our friend. We'll call our council member. Then we are standing on no on that vote. Please join with us and bring your council member with you. Thank you so much.
Taxi power!
Taxi power! Taxi power! Taxi power!
Okay, brothers and sisters, thank you. It's okay, make your phone calls. Be there on June 20th. United, we will win.
If the commissioner of the Bronx is missing, then we are the Bronx commissioner now, and we both know ahead of time.
Yeah!